Hey guys, Cassius here, back with another typical YouTube intro, and it's Wednesday, so we're back with another Off the Record. Now, originally, I was gonna talk about No Man's Sky again. The idea was hype and No Man's Sky. However, I'm a little tired of speaking of No Man's Sky. I feel anything surrounding No Man's Sky is super negative, and I don't want to talk about the negative stuff all the time, and I think that No Man's Sky has been beaten to death already. So much so, in fact, it might get resurrected if I continue talking about it. And not only me, but the internet at large. The people that are enjoying that game are enjoying it. And the people that aren't are currently getting refunds. So I guess there's that. Now, instead of speaking of No Man's Sky, I will talk about another game that I have been playing. A game that I feel like is getting underappreciated. That game is, if you couldn't tell by the game in the background, Hyper Light Drifter. Now, Hyper Light Drifter has been on my radar for a while because the sprite artwork was amazing, incredible. The music was incredible, even just in the trailer, and what you're hearing in the background right now. Hyper Light Drifter is a game that I feel like is going to get overshadowed and underplayed, and I wanted to talk about Hyper Light Drifter and quality, because it doesn't take a studio of 200 people to create a quality game. Heart Machine, is a studio of 15 people. Couple of artists, couple of programmers, and the lead director. And the game is masterful. I beat it last night. It's not very long, but it's fun, enjoyable, it's memorable. There's no dialogue in the game whatsoever. Everything is told through environmental storytelling and pictures. And it worked so well that the story is left up for your interpretation. What's happening in this world? What does any of these things mean? And it was so masterful the way the game ended. It blew my mind, and it goes even deeper once you know that the main developer behind the game has a condition, let's say, and it really plays into the narrative of the game. There's another layer there that I feel like people are gonna miss. And the quality of games are so important, especially nowadays when we don't have a lot of time and or money to play them. So you want to play the games that are going to give you the most enjoyment for your time, and that are going to be good quality that you're not going to forget about and you want to talk about and not regret playing. And Hyper Light Drifter is definitely one of those games. Quality is very important for a video game. Just like any media, if the quality is there, it's not going to matter how long exactly the piece of media is. This case, a video game. Because we have games that go for 10, 15, 20, 25 hours, and they don't really do much in the way of quality. They're just there. They're just there to make you feel like you got your money's worth, which I don't like the time versus money fallacy, because you don't have to play a game for 100 hours to get your money worth out of it. You don't have to play a game for 10 hours to get your money worth out of it. If you enjoyed the time you put into the game, no matter how small, you got your money's worth. And I think that games that are shorter, games like Firewatch or Unravel or Gone Home and Life is Strange, these shorter experiences that really leave you thinking, that really stick to the back of your mind, versus the big 100-hour games that you sink a bunch of time into, you probably don't get to the end of, and you move on. That's not to say that those 100-hour games aren't quality, but it's neither here nor there. The 4 or 5 hour experiences can definitely stand up to those 60-hour, 70-hour experiences, because the quality is there. And if you make a quality product, people aren't gonna care that it was short-lived. In fact, they might be a little excited that 1, they could see the end of this thing, and 2, they can play it again. And it all comes down to the quality of the product. If you take your time, because Hyper Light Drifter was delayed it wasn't delayed numerous times, it just took a very long time to come out because of the developer's condition, and just making a video game is hard and time consuming, certainly. But it really shows that the love that was put into the game, it's masterful. It doesn't skip a beat, because they took all the time they needed to make a quality product. And we can't sadly say that very often nowadays, because everyone is so ready to get out first. Everyone is so ready to hit those dates, especially the big companies, especially companies like Square Enix that maybe put dates on their games because they have to hit a quarter. And from a business standpoint, I understand why that's important. But from a gaming standpoint and an integrity standpoint, certainly, if you want to put out a good quality product, take as long as you need. That's why I'm okay with delays. That's why I'm okay with developers taking as long as they want. And I know that I'm a big proprietor of Hyper Light Drifter especially when the game I knew about that game for 2-3 years, and every time I thought about it, where is Hyper Light Drifter, because I wanted to play it. But I'm so glad they took their time with it, because the quality is definitely there. And that's where I'll leave off today. If you got a quality product that was maybe short, don't dismay, don't despair, because if you enjoyed your time and that thing was so good that you have to talk about it, definitely, tell people, let them know, hey, this is a good thing. Even though it's short, even though, it's an indie game, quote unquote, and even though it's cheap, quote unquote again, it's definitely something that you shouldn't skip, especially over the $60 AAA, air quotes there again, experience that might not fulfill you because the quality is just not there. So that's me done for today. Play Hyper Light Drifter if you can. It's $20 on PS4, PC, and Steam. All fantastic places to play the game. I played the PS4 version. I'm gonna play the PS4 version again because the game is just that good. So I implore you, please, just play Hyper Light Drifter. If you like Zelda, if you like, games that are challenging but not unfair, Hyper Light Drifter is definitely the game for you. It hits all the right notes of a perfect balance of being challenging while still being fair. When you die, you know why you die. There's no unfair bosses are gonna come out, no skeletons are gonna come kick you off the side of the level unexpectedly. Every time you die, it was because of something that you did. And that's me done for today. I'm gonna stop gushing about Hyper Light Drifter now. Play it, please. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, have a wonderful day, everyone. Wonderful.